The American documentary tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock is called Pleasure Drugs, The Great American High. The drug problems of the 60s have now spread to the American middle classes. The American documentary investigates tomorrow afternoon at 1.
On Sunday at 7:15, Rigsby's back in Rising Damp.
You look beautiful tonight. Oh, like an ivory. Will you get up? Like an ivory statue, your skin like porcelain, your smile as mysterious as the Venus de Milo.
I see we're back in the antiques again.
At 7:45, a new series, Coffee, starring Bernard Cribbins.
The picture taken the village tinker because it's like a lucky omen, you see.
Andy charged the money, if you please. £1 to have a picture taken with him.
Well, I turned professional, didn't I?
At 8:15, the Hearts find there's no escaping the scent of murder.
We're being gassed.
That's Heart to Heart at 8:15 with Coffee and Rising Damp earlier on Sunday night here on London Weekend Television, your weekend ITV.
Now it's time to close with Michael Hordern.
John Ruskin, from whose works I've been reading all this week, was a great student of art and architecture. And here's another part of his autobiography called Praeterita. In these days of the religion of this and that, one must first say a firm word concerning Christianity itself. I find numbers, even of the most intelligent and amiable people, not knowing what the word means, because they are always asking how much is true and how much they like, and never ask first what was the total meaning of it, whether they like it or not. The total meaning was and is that the God who made earth and its creatures took at a certain time upon the earth the flesh and form of man. In that flesh sustained the pain and died the death of the creature he had made. Rose again after death into glorious human life, and when the date of the human race is ended, will return in visible human form and render to every man according to his work. Christianity is the belief in and love of God thus manifested. Anything less than this, the mere acceptance of the sayings of Christ or assertion of any less than divine power in his being may be, for aught I know, enough for virtue, peace, and safety, but they do not make people Christians or enable them to understand the heart of the simplest believer in the old doctrine. This verse of George Herbert will put the height of that doctrine into less debatable form than any longer talk of mine. Hast thou not heard that my Lord Jesus died? Then let me tell thee a strange story. The God of power, as he did ride in his majestic robes of glory, resolved to light, and so one day he did descend, undressing all the way. The stars his tire of light and rings obtained, the cloud his bow, the fire his spear, the heavens his azure mantle gained. And when they asked what he would wear, he smiled, and said as he did go, he had new clothes a-making here below.
Now, the weather forecast for the London Weekend Television area. On Sunday, the dry weather will continue, and after a dull, misty start, it will gradually turn brighter with some breaks in the cloud. Temperatures will reach 11 degrees centigrade, 52 Fahrenheit by early afternoon, and the wind will be moderate southerly. Now, from the weather, let's move on to the entertainment side of the day. Programs for Sunday.